This has been amazing just to be behind the scenes and see how we have put this together.
Don't you think we're going to have like a surreal moment here?
My background is in broadcast journalism.
So I'm used to sitting down, getting those stories told. And not only am I excited for what's happening on the track, but also what's happening off the track.
I just don't feel like our sport has had that opportunity.
Welcome to Reaction Time. I'm Kayla Zadell. It was another action-packed weekend in drag racing, but many were racing with heavy hearts. But I've got your drag racing download to get you started this Monday that kicks off a holiday weekend. So coming up on today's episode, it was a weekend filled with weather delays, upsets, and surprises at the Summit Racing Equipment NHRA Nationals, and plenty of high-speed drama that resulted in wins from Gage Herrera and Aaron Sandfield, Bob Taska III, and Antron Brown. I've also got results from No Prep Kings' stop at Cordova Dragway, which was yet again moved because of its own weather battles, and a recap from Rocky Mountain Race Week, which made its way from Oklahoma to Texas and Missouri with this Drag and Drive installment. So let's get right into it. The NHRA made its 9th stop of the season at America's Racetrack, Summit Motorsports Park, where you don't only get a Wally when you win, but you get that coveted ice cream scoop. So let's get right into the highlights from the race day. In Pro Stock Motorcycle, it's what we've all been waiting for. Gage Herrera versus Matt Smith in the final round. So Smith and Herrera played a bit of a staging game here. Smith barely goes in and flickering the pre-stage bulb, and then Herrera does it back to him. Then Herrera races to a 670 with a 4, extending his NHRA record with an 11 straight win. Here we see him winning. And he explained what it's like racing a 6-time world champ.
He had a fast motorcycle, he just missed a little bit today. He had a fast motorcycle all weekend, but, it's getting a lot of fun. We're going back and forth on the staging lights, and, I'm having a ball right now, and so is Andrew and all the guys at the shop. I just got to thank all of them. Back in Vance Hines, Revzilla, Motul, Suzuki has been on rails all year, and we'll see how far we can keep it going. I'm having a lot of fun. Richard's doing good, and this ice cream scoop is pretty cool. I got to thank the Bader family for all they do. It's a fun event, and yeah, it's time to celebrate. Thank you.
Now in Pro Stock, Aaron Sandfield picked up his 2nd consecutive NHRA win of the season when he defeated points leader Dallas Glenn, who had some trouble after leaving the starting line. Sandfield clocked a 6:53.9 to win, and he shared how it feels to get those back-to-back wins.
Back, man, it feels great. This is a home race for Melling, so I'm visiting Melling for the first time on Monday, and this is going to be something really cool to show all the guys. And thank you to Johnson's Horsepower Garage, Jason and Nikki Johnson, Joe, Janik, all the boys at Elite Motorsports. This hot rod was flying today, and man, it feels good to get this ice cream scoop here. Thank you.
In Funny Car, Bob Taska III made the most of his 2nd straight trip to the final round. So Taska took the advantage when Ron Capps lost traction. And Taska went 390 with an 8, who also bested the track speed record this weekend. That's Taska, that is. He shared at the top end what his 17th career win meant to him.
Good morning, my son Cameron turned 18. So happy birthday. He said, Dad, get me a Wally. But I tell you, when I read that news about John Force this morning, that he's making progress, to me it was like just weight lifted off all our shoulders. And I'm going to tell you what John Force told me every race in my career. He'd come up to me and he'd say, Taska, be safe out there and get home to your kids. And John, if you're listening, get better and get home to your kids. They need you and we need you. Love you, champ. Dedicating this win to John Force. Yes!
And Top Fuel veteran Antron Brown lined up against reigning Top Fuel champ Doug Coletta, who set the track speed record on Saturday night. That was Coletta who set the track speed record, but Brown denies him a win. Brown gets out first, and Doug Coletta tries to catch him, but Antron Brown gets that win he's really been looking for. It's his 76th career win, and at the top end, he explained what the secret was to the win.
Work makes the dream work. Brian Karai's hometown. We got some ice cream scoops here, but Matco Tools, this is their hometown. Summit Racing, all of our partners, FVP, Hanksifers, Lucas Oil, SiriusXM, Toyota. That's what makes it happen. And we had a little trouble there in that last round. We actually hurt the engine in the other round. We put one in, and we found something wrong with that one. Boys stayed resilient, didn't stop, put another one in. We got it in, got the win. Truly a blessing. JFR, John Force, for you, baby. For you, baby. I got some ice cream I'm bringing to you. Make you smile.
So before we wrap up the NHRA segment, We did receive an update on John Force on Sunday morning. The family shared that after 5 days during which he was heavily sedated while battling the effects of injuries suffered in that 300-mile-per-hour crash, John Force has begun to slowly show daily signs of improvement. Early in the treatment process of his traumatic brain injury, he has progressed from not being able to follow a series of commands to now becoming more consistent in responding to those commands and finally opening his eyes on day 5. There is still a long road to recovery ahead, and Force will remain in the neurointensive care unit. Now, there will be a brief break for the 4th of July weekend with NHRA, but when they return, they will be on the Western Swing. It begins with the first stop at Pacific Raceway in Seattle for the NHRA Northwest Nationals. We'll be right back after this.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Welcome back. So it's safe to say that it was an emotional weekend for many on the No Prep Kings tour as they competed with heavy hearts after the passing of fellow NPK star Lizzie Musey. Many wrote many tributes to Lizzie on their cars as they competed at Cordova Dragway in Cordova, Illinois, which was for a second weekend in a row, ended up getting pushed back to Saturday and Sunday due to weather. But the winner of the Street Outlaws No Prep Kings Invitational was Robin Roberts after he defeated Murder Nova in the final round. In regards to his win, Robert stated, "In an incredibly emotional weekend, we took the W at Cordova. My team is awesome." And then in that second chance bracket, Street Outlaws No Prep Kings second chance winner was Kayla Morton, who took on Jerry Bird, who won in her Hot Mess Express 2005 Ford Mustang. Kayla shared, "We finally got it done." Now, this year's Rocky Mountain Race Week began and ended at Tulsa Raceway Park in Oklahoma, with stops along the way at Thunder Valley Raceway Park, the Texas Motorplex, and Mocan Dragway in Missouri. As always, the experience is challenging but beautiful as the drag and drive competitors make the journey from track to track. So for those unfamiliar with Rocky Mountain Race Week, it's more than just a series of drag races. It's a test of endurance and skill. Participants aren't just competing against each other, but they're battling the elements, the road conditions, and the mechanical challenges that inevitably arise during such a demanding event. Each day brings new hurdles, both literal and figurative, yet the spirit of competition keeps everyone going. The shared passion for speed and performance keeps everyone pushing forward. So you can check out that full recap on dragillustrated.com from our DI contributor, Cole Reynolds. So thank you guys for watching Reaction Time this week. We will be taking a week off for the 4th of July holiday, but I will be back the following Monday after that. But before I sign off, we do want to remember Roger Richards and Lizzie Musey, who passed away last week. Roger Richards was a legendary drag racing photographer. He was the director of photography at competitionplus.com for 25 years and an Army veteran. Sadly, he passed away on June 25th. And Lizzie Musey, beloved drag racing star, has passed away from following a courageous cancer battle, a longtime friend of DI. She inspired many through her on-track and off-track battles. We extend our deepest condolences to Rogers and Lizzie's friends and family.